Greetings, Earthlings! It's Orbit the Alien Yoshi, back at it again with another video on the EpicFrick channel. So, where have I been exactly? Oh, I was busy, you know, conquering the known universe. Twice. 3 times if you count Luigi. And I also partied too hard and almost died from exhaustion. But then they released the first trailer to the Super Mario Galaxy movie and it brought me back to life and I'm so looking forward to it, so I will be seated for that one. And in my absence, I stumbled upon some more Mario browser games on Newgrounds. There was just so many games on there that I couldn't even cover them all in one video, so I just had to follow up from the last one. Aside from games made in the 2000s, I'm even covering games made in the 2010s and games outside of Newgrounds. There's a big universe of Mario browser games out there, and they are extremely diverse in quality. And before I actually begin, a reminder that I'm not bullying or making fun of anyone for making these games. This is meant to be purely for entertainment purposes, while also going through a nostalgic trip to the past where Mario fans and aspiring game programmers came together and made their own Mario browser games. And who knows, many of them have very likely started their careers this way in both game development and even the animation industry. Without further ado, let's look at some more games. So this is Mario Remix Boss Edition, a game where Mario gets to take on a multitude of bosses from all over the 8-bit and 16-bit eras of gaming. See, you're not limited to just Mario bosses, but you're also dealing with bosses from Sonic the Hedgehog, Mega Man, Kirby, Metroid, even Dracula from Castlevania is a boss here.
Hey Mario! Why are you going after these guys? Most of them aren't even from our games!
I told you, Luigi! Don Tortellini sent us a list of unpaid debts, and time's up for these fools! The loan shark's getting hungry!
And most of them play just like they do in their original games. As Mario, you simply just have to stomp on their heads like normal to deal damage, or in Wispy Woods' case, his Wispy Wood? Oh. But it's easier said than done. You'll be out with a lot of one-hit deaths, and it's very easy to screw up. Doesn't really help much that you're always sent back to the menu every time you die. I feel like having extra lives would have helped a lot. But there's a way to make sure you'll survive a boss fight if you're really careful, and that is to buy items such as a mushroom for an extra hit point or an ice flower, but you'll make one mistake and you'll lose the power up really fast, even the moment you try to use them. And you can only get coins 2 ways: defeat a boss, or spend Yoshi coins to play mini-games and collect as many coins as you can. I died from touching a cloud! And the only way to get more Yoshi coins is to defeat a boss. Yeah, and if you already spent all your coins on items and you lost your power-ups, then you're basically on your own now. It's a really tough game, but oh, is it oh so satisfying when you finally beat a boss. It'd be nice if there was a survival mode or a gauntlet mode. It would be a fun way to go through each boss and see how long I last. Which, I wouldn't last. I really hope I get to see more Mario Flash games with a crossover element like this. Hint hint, wink wink.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets!
Kiss my shoes, Count Snaggletooth!
You'll be hearing from my agent, Plumber Boy!
I can never beat Airman though. I just can't. Next on the list is Mario FPS. It's literally what it says in the title. You're in a 3D maze in the Mario world with nothing but a shotgun. The only enemies around are Goombas, and all you can do is blast them away with shotgun shells.
Eat shell, you mushy walking mycelium bastards!
The Goombas will spawn non-stop, and you can keep shooting them until the cows come home, but the only way to finish the level is to collect the coins in the maze. That's it. The game looks a bit like Doom, one of the granddaddies of first-person shooters. Fun fact, this isn't Mario's first romp into an FPS game. Nintendo actually made their own with Yoshi's Safari. But what you see here is the whole game. Just a fun little taste of what Doom is like, but with a Mario flavor. And it's so fun taking out 3 Goombas in a row with a single shot. And that's not the only 3D maze-based Mario game. So this is simply just Pacman, but with Mario in a first-person perspective. But after playing for a few minutes, you start to realize why you should never play a Pac-Man game like this. It can feel a little disorienting trying to go through the maze being chased by boos, but at least there's a mini-map on the corner of the screen so you won't get lost easily, but it's very easy to miss a turn and having to go back around the corner and risk getting attacked by a boo. Luckily, you won't instantly die from this, but you'll still take damage. Yeah, I can just back up if I miss a turn, but I like to see where I'm going. Points for trying at least. And just like Pac-Man, you can, I guess, eat the boos by eating mushrooms on each corner of the maze. Imagine Mario eating boos.
What's the matter? You've never tried eating boos before? They taste just like chicken Alfredo, Luigi.
Mario, you're scaring me.
I will say, back in the day, it was kind of rare to see 3D browser games, but they were always a treat to check out when you had the right specs on your computer. But for now, that's enough 3D maze games. On to the next game. And here we got enough Plumbers, and based on the description, it's a puzzle platformer about clones cloning clones, and that's totally not a reference to anything. It's Kirby, obviously. So what happens in this game is every time you collect a coin, you get a clone of yourself, and the goal in each level is to have at least one of your plumbers reach the end flag. Some sacrifices have to be made, and you're bound to have several clones falling into the abyss or getting burnt to a crisp. Godspeed, you pawns! I really enjoy the visuals here. It makes very heavy use of a CRT filter that looks very clean when you play the game on site, and it's almost pixel perfect. The wahoo at the end of each level is just too dang cute. This game really encourages you to think outside the box, and you really gotta be a fast thinker too. You know what they say, too many plumbers spoil the frame rate. If you really want a neat little puzzle platformer with a unique gimmick and a nice retro visual, then this is the game for you. I just want to say that I really wish I had a portal gun. That would be the greatest invention in the history of mankind, and I would love to use it to get around the Good Egg Galaxy more easily. So here's Mario. Just Mario. Oh wait, it's Mari-0. Actually, that's not an O, that's a 0. Mari0? This game is a crossover between Super Mario Bros. And the Portal games. It's the entirety of the original NES game created from scratch, but Mario has a portal gun now, and you can shoot it on just about any surface when you aim with the mouse. It's a welcome change and it's fun messing around with the portals. Though you have to be careful with how you use it, or this can happen to you. This game also comes with a level pack set in the Aperture Science Facility from Portal, and it plays exactly like the original games, but focuses more on the puzzle aspect over the platforming. So you really gotta be thinking with portals. Your hands have to work in tandem with the keyboard and mouse, otherwise you won't know what the heck you're doing. This game also has a level editor, and any game that has a level editor is a win in my book, even if I just do this. This is honestly one of the best mashup fan games out there. I highly suggest checking it out in the link in the description, but we'll get to another one later. Finally, a game featuring your boy Yoshi. The Yoshi. Here, Yoshi accidentally hits his own head with one of his own eggs, and now he's practically hallucinating to the point where he accidentally ate Luigi. A vengeful Mario shows up and... yeah, this is another fan game where Mario is a jerk-ass. You can even see the angry eyebrows on him. So Mario picks a fight with Yoshi to rescue Luigi, and the aim of the game is to dodge Yoshi's tongue. There's zero warning as to when Yoshi's tongue will get you, but if he catches you, you'll have to go through the entire opening cutscene to replay the level again. It takes a while, but eventually you'll notice a pattern with Yoshi's tongue. He'll aim right where you're standing. Though a really annoying thing that happens is you'll allegedly fall off the edge of the level without any indication of where the ledge is. The boundaries of this stage aren't clearly defined, and you can fall off without any warning. So, once you figure out the pattern on how to dodge the tongue, you literally just have to rinse and repeat until time runs out. No, don't punch the Yosh! This game does throw a massive difficulty spike once you reach Mario's circuit. I guess this was the game's attempt to feel less repetitive, but this is getting ridiculous. A simple dodging game that tests your hand-eye coordination, but I can see this more as a Mario Party minigame, but I'm docking points off for punching Yoshi. And no, Mario does not punch Yoshi in Super Mario World. The artwork clearly shows him pointing at where Yoshi needs to eat. Anywho, next game. Yoko! A strange little game we got here. Is this supposed to be Yoshi? He's only got one eye. Well, I wasn't sure if I should count this one, but if this character clearly looks like Yoshi, then I guess it counts if it's Mario inspired. The character looks cute at least. Gameplay-wise, it's your basic 2D side-scroller. You can hop on enemies and collect diamonds and coins. You can bounce on crates and invisible crates. Okay, so birds can actually harm you here. I thought they were just for decoration. There's like no music in this game at all. All you got is the sounds of hopping and coin collecting. That's literally all you do. And it's a really short game. No boss fights, no nothing. I made it to the end of the 3rd level, and that was it. No fanfare, no ending. It just stops. Can I at least get a trophy that says "Your winner"? I'll give it credit for being a cute and simple game though. It's a bit like a demo and I wish it did more, but it gave me a good 10 to 15 minutes of fun. And fun is the most important thing here. Mario Crasher. It's one of those vehicle driving games you would see all the time on flash game sites. You know, the ones with upgrade shops.
Upgrades, people! Upgrades!
Basically, you're driving a truck to go rescue Princess Peach, but you have limited resources like fuel and armor integrity. Wait, that music sounds familiar. Anyways, every time you run over a Goomba, you will take damage unless you give your truck bumper spikes to lessen the damage. You can use items to give yourself an advantage, but even then it still wouldn't be enough. So then you have to keep buying upgrades to your truck to be able to drive even further out, even use a bit of nitro to give you a boost, but it still won't be enough when you have everything upgraded. Buying a more powerful truck is extremely expensive, so you have to keep driving over and over again just to earn coins, so now it feels like a huge grind and it'll take forever to afford a better truck. What did I even trip on? We're gonna be here all day trying to make enough money to buy a better vehicle. Better hope Mario has insurance. Yeah, I'd rather stick to jumping and platforming, thank you very much. Okay, I was originally going to have this game in my last video, but I wasn't sure how to approach talking about this one. But I'm just going to get this one over with real quickly. For the record, just know that I'm well aware that this is a game from PETA, and I know they have a bit of some notoriety to them, just putting it out there. They also have other games about animal cruelty like Mario Kills Tanuki and Pokemon Black and Blue, which are definitely controversial games themselves, but I do not want to open a can of worms with them. I'm just here to talk about this game here, and that's what I'm gonna do. So this is Super Chick Sisters, a parody game that's meant to be an expose on KFC and how they allegedly handle chicken production. The story of this game is that Colonel Sanders has kidnapped Princess Peach, Pamela Anderson. Mario and Luigi couldn't go rescue her because, well, they have Wheatus. What the hell is Wheatus? You have the option of playing as Nugget, Chiquette, and Pamela Anderson, the holy trinity of gaming. It's just 2D Mario, but with chicks, KFC, and Colonel Sanders spiders. If these were real robots that KFC made, I'd believe it. This is the same company that's made a Lifetime movie with Mario Lopez, and there's also a dating sim game and a game console. A game console that lets you fry chicken on it! This game was marketed towards kids, by the way. Holy frick, is that Dr. Amigo? Yeah, I don't really know what I've gotten myself into. The game plays really well, it's just the way that it presents itself as a public service announcement that's just weird. I don't know. It's a pay-to game with a weird concept, but gameplay-wise, it's just a basic 2D Mario. I will say, I have never eaten at a KFC at all in my life, so I have no real opinion. I don't think they even have any stores here in Good Egg Galaxy. But yeah, I don't really care much for KFC. Still, a whole-ass game console. Oh yeah, this game also has a sequel. Yay. Moving on. The next batch of games are a bit on the short and weird side, but when am I ever gonna get to talk about these? So for now, time for a little lightning round. Mario is dead.
Mario, why?
Wait, we're not done yet. This is the game, Weekend at Mario's. A reference to the classic 1989 film Weekend at Bernie's, which is about two guys having to hide the fact that their boss, Bernie, is dead, and the entire movie involves some morbid shenanigans with the dead body, which is about as accurate here. The goal is to fling Mario's dead body to the end of the stage. That's pretty much it. You can't break blocks or use power-ups, but what can you even do with them when you're already dead? I can't get him out of this pit! Anyways, this is the only level in the game, and it's just an interesting experiment. Yeah, this just feels wrong. Next is Luigi's Mansion Pinball. That title screen music has got me raving. Anyways, there's nothing weird about this one, it's just regular pinball, but with a Luigi's Mansion design. I say it's a bit too simple, but it gets the job done. It's as pinball can be. Can't beat 3D Space Cadet Pinball for Windows XP. When will we ever get Waluigi Pinball, like the actual pinball table? Taking a break from Newgrounds is a game called Ennuigi, mixing the words ennui
It's the boredom
and Luigi. It's set in a ruined mushroom kingdom with nothing left to do, and Luigi is all alone. He will wander around, taking a smoke break, and ponder about life. Man, this didn't need to get all philosophical on me. Not in the silly Wahoo Man world. This is deep, man. Whoa.
Eat this mushroom, Lou. Eat this flower. We're in a lot of financial trouble, aren't we? The world can be so cruel to us. Look at us. All we've ever been our whole lives is plumbers.
I like how this game just questions every single bit of logic in the Mario universe. Not that any of it really made sense in the first place. It's just... man. This is the game of all time. Mario Kaboom! It's a cannon game, and all you do is just fire a bunch of Marios and grab coins. There's no real strategy here. There's no ammunition limit. You can just fire an infinite amount of Marios until every single last coin is collected in the level. You do get points docked off every time you fire, but it doesn't hurt you. It just lowers your score. You don't even get a penalty for shooting Mario into the spikes, but you can watch him explode into pieces. This is a game where you can't lose. Then it's not really a game, isn't it? Super Size Mario Brothers. What could the title mean? Do we get to use the Mega Mushroom in this game? That was a goated power-up. I said goated, not bloated! Well... Mario has certainly let himself go. He's slithering like Jabba the Hutt! Just... speechless. I really am. Okay, Bowser's Castle already? Anya. Anya! They can't get any weirder, can they?
It can get weirder.
Okay, I was wrong. What? Okay, will this be like a browser version of Super Mario 64's Mario Head?
Tunnel snakes rule. We're the tunnel snakes. That's us. And we rule. Tunnel snakes rule.
Okay, this wasn't what I was expecting. And this song. Oh, this song.
Tunnel snakes.
Help.
That's us. And we rule. And we rule. And we rule.
Say no. Anyone in Epstein used drugs is not your friend. Drugs can and will kill. Remember, don't be afraid to turn to your priest, your rabbi, your minister, your moms, your dads, your teachers, because drugs can kill. And if you do drugs, you go to hell before you die. Please.
What unholy abomination did I just create with this? Tell me, what is this? Circumcise what? Should I click this? I really hope this doesn't ruin monetization for me. Okay, that was a weird batch there. Went from games like Ennuigi to everything else after that. The further you go down the rabbit hole, the weirder everything gets. Well, we're done with the lightning round. And now, back to your regular review stuff. Welcome to Mario Racing Tournament. So this is inspired by Mario Kart, obviously, and it mixes in classic 2D side-scrolling. Just check out this roster of characters. They somehow predicted Goomba and Pokey of all characters to eventually be playable in Mario Kart World. Anyways, the goal of the game is to get first place on every single level, and that's easier said than done. You'll notice right away that you'll straight up lose your speed every time you hit an obstacle, yet the other drivers can get over them no problem. It can be hard to catch up to them, and when you hit an item block, the item will follow you, but it throws you in for a loop when they too can jump over obstacles. Okay, so this game was not on Newgrounds, so I had to scour the internet to find it, but the version I did find here is a modified version that maxes out your coins. But ideally, in the vanilla game, you'll earn coins every time you complete a race or just run into them on the track. And you can spend coins on items to use at the start of each race or buy upgrades for your vehicle, or you can buy a key and unlock a secret track that's just another generic level. No Rainbow Road? Since I'm swimming in coins like Scrooge McDuck here, I can pretty much buy everything instantly. I wonder what happens when I spam buy upgrades for speed and acceleration. And we've reached the ludicrous speed! And it's gonna be a while until everyone catches up. So yeah, now that I messed around with that, it's basically gonna be like this for the rest of the game. So yeah, that was Mario Racing Tournament, or a modded version at least. It's a cute little game, but I wish it wasn't a pain to jump over obstacles. The concept of combining 2D Mario with Mario Kart leaves a lot to be desired, but it passes at least. Anyways, next game. What do we even have here? Ah, that music is way too loud and... What the heck is this?
Good grief, he's naked!
What is Furio? He looks naked and... Why does he have Mario's mustache for eyebrows? Why is his belly button on the side of his torso? What? Oh, and you gotta love this description. Super Furio is a colorful platformer game placed in a platform universe. Jump over obstacles, collect coins, and beat stage. Game is very similar to the Super Mario Bros, but this game isn't not a Super Mario. Okay, so it's Mario, but it's not Mario? Good lord, this actually looks bad. The graphics, the music, the sounds... Well, at least it plays like a regular 2D Mario game, but it's an assault on the senses. Yeah, that's just typical for a bootleg Mario. It's Furio. Why are the background layers transparent? Are these supposed to be Koopas? And these smiling Goombas, they give me the creeps. And why are the question mark blocks hands? This was pretty short for what is supposedly a not Mario level. The cave background looks fine at least, but can the music get any louder? I like how whenever Furio gets a fire flower, he gets a little hat. I just have no words for this game. It's a Mario ripoff with a... Oh no, there's 2 more games. And they're just as bad as the first one. Super Furio and the Monster Bros. Well, at least they gave Furio some shoes. Is that a 3-eyed Goomba? Are these the Monster Bros? Let's check the description for this one. Super Furio again must fight for coins and gold. He must go to the dentist because his dog has a problem with his teeth. Well, his dog bites and ate an Italian plumber Mario and got stuck between his teeth. Save his dog before it is too late. Games is similar to that old Super Mario Bros. Or Sonic. Thanks for playing! There's a dog in this? Where's the dog?
Where's the dog?
And we got some Mario Tennis music. That's nice. Okay, now this is looking a lot more like a Mario game. The background is still a bit of a mess. Those clouds are a bit way too low. Wait, where's Furio's shoes? He's naked again! But he has shoes on a flagpole, never mind. Okay, the fact that you're required to break these bricks after coming out of the pipe is a bad sign. What if you didn't have a mushroom on you? Then you'd be stuck. And this background music, wouldn't this fit better in the desert? What is this in the background? Is that supposed to be Furio on a giant bamboo pole? And ran into a problem. Good luck getting past this part unless you have a fire flower. This stupid, bouncy green thing is blocking the road, but you wouldn't know it was gonna be there if you hadn't taken damage, and unless you have a fire flower or a mushroom, you'll either have to take it out with a fireball or risk taking damage and not die from it! Doesn't help that you have all these blocks in the way. And guess what? Like the bricks blocking the pipes, the third game has the same level design flaws kicked up to 11. I guess Furio's not getting his dog back. Sorry, pal. Super Furio Desert Adventures. That's not desert! It's about as desert as the honeycomb tree level from Sonic Lost World. Okay, but in the actual game we got a desert background, and once again, like the first game, the multi-plane background scrolling looks terrible. So, what's the funny description this time? Play as Furio on his adventure. Furio wants to buy new furniture to his house, but he must go to the desert to collect coins and gold. He is on journey now and must collect gold as much as he can. Defeat desert spawns and minions and colorful adventure filled with power-ups and coins. I mean, if you want furniture, just go into an IKEA. That would have made for a better game. But okay, the desert setting is different at least. But can anyone explain to me why Furio is in the top left corner of the screen staring me down? Anyways, back to the level design. It starts off normal until you get to this section in the third level where you have to break through a bunch of bricks. So the moral of the story is, don't get hit. See, now I can't get through. That's a rookie mistake right there. That's not how you design a Mario level. And Furio is just staring you down from the corner of the screen, mocking you, making you look like an idiot for playing. I want to apologize for that meltdown. Yeah, these are not good. Ugly character design and poor level design aside, it's just 2D Mario. A bootleg one at that. Moving on. Wiping off the taste of a bad bootleg game to an actually good game to finish the video off. Alright, this one is meant to be the feature presentation for this video. And guess what? I'm an idiot! In the last video, I said I was unable to review Super Mario Bros. Crossover, but my dumb Orbit brain was thinking of an online version since it was also removed from Newgrounds like Super Mario 63, But what I didn't realize was there was a playable offline version. Durr! So now, here we go. I finally got to play Super Mario Bros. Crossover after so many years. I played this a lot when I was younger, and it feels nice to go back to this game again. Presented by Exploding Rabbit, this game is basically the entirety of Super Mario Bros., but now you can play as any character from the 8-bit and 16-bit eras of gaming, and they all play like they do in their respective games, even down to their physics and power-ups. And bent my bogos! This game is beautiful! The challenge this game offers is seeing which character works best for you, and how each level can be beaten with that character. Some characters can even collect power-ups that are unique to them to upgrade their weapons, and you can pretty much blast every single brick and block away. It's really hard to go back and playing as Mario in this game because every other character is just too much fun to play as. My go-to characters are Bass, Sophia 3, and Samus, who all have projectile weapons and are very useful for fighting Bowser. And there's even secret characters that you can select when choosing a skin for your character, and even they have their own unique attributes too, like Iceman having the ability to freeze enemies. I really wish Pit was his own character instead of being another skin for Samus. Same with Princess Peach being a skin for Luigi.
I don't know. I'm beginning to like it.
When you're familiar with the games everyone comes from, you already know how each character plays, and that includes some of their weaknesses which are carried over here, pulled straight from their original NES games. Mega Man can only shoot horizontally, Bass can only shoot while standing still, Ryu and Simon will be knocked back when they take damage, Luigi has his Super Mario Bros. 2 physics so he's slippery as hell, so it takes a while to get used to his controls. This game also takes a few liberties to fix some of these characters' flaws so they're more playable. You can now steer Simon's jumps when he's stationary, and can even double jump to reach hard-to-reach blocks. The game is even nice enough to leave a small platform for characters who can't jump well, and to be able to reach the top of the flagpole at the end, and I really appreciate the generosity. Though it's very easy to forget that only Mario and Luigi can stomp on enemies. Maybe it's just muscle memory or force of habit. Navigating through water levels can be really annoying since your character is walking on the seafloor, but when you play as Sophia 3, you have a submarine mode, but it's still a pain to shoot pesky bloopers. Or you can use good old Mario, whom the levels are actually designed for, then it's not a problem. One of my favorite things about this game is that each character has their own music from their respective games, and also depends on which skin you have on. And when you defeat Bowser at the end of each world, you are met with a character related to your character telling you that another character related to your character is in another castle. It's a really nice detail. You can even play a survival mode where playable characters are permanently dead if you lose a life. If you want to get even more insane, try playing the lost levels in survival mode. This game is not without its flaws though. When you complete a level, the character you played as will keep their power-ups until they take damage. But when you play as a different character though, they won't have their power-ups transferred over, which kinda sucks. And another one is, I don't know if it's the ROM, but sometimes the frame rate will drop randomly with certain characters. Wait, actually the frame rate depletes when you play this game for too long. It's probably the ROM. It wouldn't do this if it were the browser version. That aside, this is one of my favorite Flash games of all time. It has massive replay value from all the playable characters, and I highly recommend it. Please do give it a try. Alrighty, so we've taken a look at some good games, some bad ones, some weird ones, and this one. And there's still plenty more Mario Flash games out there. And I'm willing to expand my horizons even more. If you have any more suggestions, please tell me in the comments. I'll even accept non-Mario related stuff like Sonic the Hedgehog. You can even tell me what your favorite game on this list was. It goes to show how much Mario can be an inspiration to so many people, and it's led to so many creative ventures from all these creators. If you have a Newgrounds account, please go check some of these out and see for yourself. You may have a good laugh. I'm also willing to venture out and do some movie or cartoon reviews sometime in the future. If you do want to see more from me, please leave a like and subscribe, and click on that bell for notifications. Godspeed, viewers!
Think about coins and riches. Think about dinosaurs. Yeah, you love dinosaurs, don't you? Me too, man. And princesses. So many hot princesses.